Cold War was a period of time after the Second World War where the communist dictatorships and the Western democracies were in a state of tension.
The superpowers that led the way were the capitalist USA and the communist USSR.
There was, however, an unaligned movement who tried to stay neutral even when under pressure from other states.
Main events during the Cold War were the Cuban Missile Crisis, the space race, and the shooting of a Korean Air civilian plane. Both sides carried out espionage, huge propaganda campaigns, as well as rivalries during sports events and other bases.
Even though the US and the USSR did not have any direct wars in other countries where the US and the USSR supported a side. Some examples are the Greek Civil War, the Chinese Civil War, the Korean War, and they supported the decolonization of Latin America and African states. A number of revolutions such as Prague Springs and Tiananmen Square aimed for democracies. These were all crushed by dictatorships.
During the Cold War, the USSR built a wall in Berlin to stop the intellectuals from East Germany moving to West Germany. Across the rest of the border of the Eastern Bloc and NATO was the Iron Curtain, a series of barbed wires and watchtowers to limit the movement of civilians.
However, in the 70s and 80s, tensions started lower during detente.
The Berlin Wall was knocked down in 1989, a huge symbol of the transfer from the communist dictatorships in Eastern Europe to the democracies in the West.
2 years later, in 1991, the Soviet Union collapsed, leading to the independence of countries in Eastern Europe and Central Asia, some such as Ukraine, Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan.
The question now is, are we losing our democracies, and are we going back to another Cold War due to the rising tensions in the world?
Thank you for listening to our podcast.
Our sources are test.com and Wikipedia.